Welcome back, great leaders. We want to look at division first today. If the binding force in a given change of formula is division, yes, if the binding force is division, how do we go about solving or making the specified variable the subject of formula? Let's try some examples and see what we have here. Let's start with numbers. Y over 6 is equal to 4. Make Y the subject. Make Y the subject. Solution. Y over 6 is equal to 4. We've been asked to make Y the subject. We've been asked to make Y the subject. How do we go about this? It's simple. Y has a barrier, which is 1 over 6. Y has a barrier, which is 1 over 6. Take note of this. Y over 6 also means 1 over 6 times Y. Y over 6 also means 1 over 6 times Y. So Y has a barrier of 1 over 6. But how do we take out that barrier of 1 over 6 so that only Y can stand? Don't forget, you can express also 4 as a fraction, which is 4 over 1. You've been taught that when we dealt with reciprocals. So 4 is equal to 4 over 1. Take note of that. So the equation given to us, Y over 6 is equal to 4, can actually be written as Y over 6 is equal to 4 over 1. At this point, you're going to cross multiply. Cross multiply. If you do that, Y over 6 is equal to 4 over 1. 1 multiplies Y and 6 multiplies 4. So that will be 1 times Y is equal to 6 times 4. So Y is equal to 24. We'll be able to make Y the subject of the relation here. It's simple. Let's try letters or true. You have, okay, so what if the number is up? It's the same thing. Yes, and somebody want to ask, what if the number is up and the letter is down? It's the same thing. Let's see, for example, you have 3 over x is equal to 12. They said make x the subject. Solution. Express your 12 as a fraction. 3 over x is equal to 12 over 1. Cross multiply. If you do that, 12 multiply x, that will give us 12x is equal to 3. 3 times 1 is 3. They can now make x the subject. We've dealt with multiplication first. What is binding 12 and x is times. In that case, if you're taking the barrier 12 from where x is, it becomes division at the other part. So our x will be equal to 3 divided by 12. That shows that our x is equal to, when you reduce it, 1 over 4. This is the final result. So if the number is up and the specified letter is down, it's the same thing you'll be doing, cross multiply, cross multiply. So let's see if we can deal with another example here. Another example, quickly here. Y, or let me say t over x is equal to p. They said make x the subject. Solution. The same concept is applied. T over x is equal to p. Express p as a fraction, which is p over 1. Then cross multiply. When you cross multiply, t over x is equal to p over 1. This multiplies this and this multiplies this. So p times x is px is equal to t times 1 is t. Then we've been asked to make x the subject. So x has a barrier of p, and p is attached to x by times. P is attached to x by times, and of course we know the opposite of times is division. So for us to make x to stand alone, we'll divide both sides by p, P will cancel P, and our x will be equal to T over P. So we've been able to make x the subject of the relation. So this is how we go about solving problems that have to do with division. You cross multiply, try to express the other numbers, if they're not in fractional form, and that will just be over 1. Then cross multiply, you're going to have your final result eventually. If you're able to carefully apply the product or the multiplication force, that becomes division as you take out the pain or the barrier from where it is to the other part of the equation. So carefully go through your class and have a better understanding that has to do with division first. See you in our next other class.